Thanks for coming out tonight. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me.
Hello friends, this is Oswaldo from Rockentry, and Happy New Year. It's already been a couple of days, you guys. I hope you wrote down your goals and you're working towards them, and I wish you all the best. Alright, let's get started with the first video of the year. Today we're going to talk about heel hooks. Now, I'm going to go over different type of heel hooks because there's not only one way to do this. And I'm going to go over these three variations. As you can see here, there's 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to share with you what's the difference and why you're going to choose one over the other. Now, we're going to start off with this climb here. This is a V5 pink problem, and it starts off with the left hand heel hook match. First move is going left hand to this hold, and this is where the crux is of this climb, going for this big hold here. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to go over the heel hooks, but I also want to share with you guys other tips in the meantime as well, because there's so much to share with you just within this climb itself. So let's start off at the bottom of this climb, starting the climb. First things first, I'm going to share with you guys a clip and see if you can figure out what am I doing wrong. Now let's compare these two. As you can tell, I'm in the same position, but there's a giveaway here. Notice what I'm looking at on the left side. I'm looking at the next hold because I'm already thinking about going for the next hold. On the right side, I'm not done with that heel hook. That's why I'm still looking at it, because there's another step that I need to do before I reach for that hold. And this is what I do. I engage my heel hook. I bring my body towards the wall. I hug the wall. That is my goal. And once I hug the wall, I keep this engaged at all times. I keep my heel engaged at all times, and then I reach over to my first hold. So you can tell back to back the different positions that I am. On the left side, my hands are engaged at all times. My heel hook is doing nothing for me. The only thing that it's doing for me right here at this point is keeping me from falling. But I need to engage it, and that's what I do here. Before we continue, I just want to give out a huge thank you for those of you who had supported me and purchased my book, The Crux. Thank you guys so much. It means a lot to me. If you purchase a copy of my book, it is a great way to support my work in this channel. All right, let's continue. Now, awesome. Now we know we have to engage our heel, pull our body in towards the wall, hug the wall, and we want to be in this position. But there's something else that I'm doing. It seems very minor, but it makes a huge difference in this climb, and it is this here. Notice what I do here. So what I'm doing, I'm creating a foot heel jam on this hold. So I'm putting pressure on the wall with my toe and pulling my body in with the heel. So I'm doing this, I'm locking it in. And what this does is this. Now I don't really have to use my hands at this point as much. So notice I'm releasing my left hand just to share with you that I'm not doing much with my hands. I'm just holding on to keep myself on the wall. I'm not doing that much effort. These holds could be really small and I can still be on the wall because of this hold here. It does most of the work. Before I talk about the other heel hooks, I want to continue on this climb because there's so much to learn. And let's talk about this dynamic movement here. First of all, I want to point out something that we all do a lot, and I've done it before, and I want to share it with you guys. If you constantly catch yourself doing this, you're going to spend a lot of energy just being on the wall trying to make decisions. So make a decision, try it out. If it doesn't work, cancel it out and try the next option. Alright guys, now let's talk about the different variations of heel hooks. Now, as I talked about on the pink problem, it is really good to engage your heel, bring your body in, and then reach over to the next hold. but that doesn't work in all situations, specifically on this one here. If I try to do the same thing I did here, notice what happens. I engage my heel, I pull in, and now it's going to be very difficult for me to reach for the next hold, which is really high up, and it's a sloper hold. And then another option is if I don't pull in and I try to do it statically like I'm doing here, it's not going to work out as well. I can't reach that hold. I do have to pull in, but I can't do it statically. So what I have to do is use momentum to reach this hold here. So yes, I have to pull in, engage my heel, but using momentum so I can reach for the next hold, which is higher up, like so. So notice, I place my heel, I drop down a bit because I want to swing over to the next hold. So I use momentum as I pull in with my heel. So you could tell there's a huge difference from the left side. I do this statically, and on the right side, I have to do it dynamically. Now, let's talk about another variation of a heel hook. So we talked about doing a static version where you engage your heel, you pull in, and you reach over to the next hold. And we talked about using momentum, which is doing this dynamically as you reach over to a farther hold, like so. Awesome. Now let's talk about another type of heel hook, and it's this guy right here. It is a high heel hook, but at this point, I don't want to pull in with my heel. I don't want to try to pull the heel, bring my body up, because it is not necessary. At this point, all I want to use this heel hook is for stability and to position myself so I can reach over to the next hold. If you enjoyed this video and would like to support my work, please do consider to grab a copy of my book, The Crux. I'll leave a link in the description below. Love you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.